I was
Yours looks
actually gonna say that I wanted to cut my hair.
good. You know what I'm gonna say.
Bring you the clippings?
I'm about to have a whole.
Chilling in the icebox. We got a lot to say. Chilling in the icebox. Naughty or nice day. Oh, the muffin. He made it. Oh, let me go get my dog. What else?
It is your dog. Is he
He
on the
really
naughty
is my dog.
list?
He's actually on the nice list.
Oh, okay.
I actually do. This is the thing. I really do love him. Like
Yeah.
he's such a sweet, like his like like his character
His demeanor.
is real like kind and loving, and he just wants
Uh-huh.
attention, and he just has like, you could just tell he like wants love. Like he's just like,
Insert
oh
picture of Laura's stepson here.
yeah.
I'll put that in.
um but like he sheds and drools,
Mm.
and that makes it hard because it's like I
That's
don't.
that's how animals, that's the animal life. He is bad with the drool too. He
But
sure.
I, but like if it was Callie, like Callie had bad breath, so it was like, okay,
But it
cool, like
wasn't, but it was just unique. It wasn't bad.
and I had her before that, and I chose her. I didn't
Right.
choose him.
No,
He
you
just,
didn't. He
so
came in,
like,
came upon you. Yeah.
yeah. So
Okay, so
now,
what's your 10 sex?
my 10 sex is I am a sucker for like Christmas movies, like
Okay.
the ones that they put on like Netflix.
Yeah.
So I just watched one with Lindsay Lohan, and I actually
Is it that new one that you like just made? I'm so
yeah.
excited to talk about this. Stop. Okay, tell me.
I don't know what it is, but I'm just a sucker for them. Like sucker for those Netflix like cute little Christmas movies, and they make me like happy or whatever.
Okay,
It's
and you loved that one?
cheesy, and I loved it. And I'm but probably not. It's going to be a hot take because people are going to be like, "What?" I
Okay.
loved it.
What, are there any others that you've like watched recently? Like
Yes. So
that
there's
you
another
shout out?
one
Okay.
with Freddie Prinze Jr.
Okay.
And I'm like, okay, this is like my childhood all over
Which
because
one is that one?
um I forgot what it's called, but it's a
Okay.
new one too. It is a new
Okay.
one.
Okay.
I could easily pull up Netflix, but I was trying to play the memory game.
I like that game better. It'll come to you.
Wasn't happening. Um, and there was one last year that I watched, and then I watched it again in the summertime, and it's with Christina Milian.
What movie's that?
She like
Summertime?
I watched it, but it was a Christmas movie. But I'm just a sucker for those Christmas
Yeah.
movies, and they're not like Hallmark movies. Like
Okay, so I've actually been asking like everybody this like that I've been seeing in training all week, like all-time favorite Christmas movie.
oh, my all-time favorite Christmas movie is
Yeah.
a Santa Claus.
With like Tim Allen?
Yep.
What? Oh my God. Okay, fun. I'll have to
But
watch that.
there's a close second,
And it is.
Home Alone.
Okay, yeah. Somebody just said that to me recently too. Maybe it was Mo.
What is yours?
I have like a few. I really love Elf for like a
Oh,
new Christmas movie. Elf is just a really good movie.
dude, this podcast is gonna get real good and real spicy once we get
Do you
into
hate
the.
Elf?
Well, I can't tell you that yet.
Oh God. Okay, okay, okay. Um, I
But
love
Elf,
Elf.
okay.
I also love like old Christmas movies, like White Christmas. We always watched that when I was a kid growing
Okay.
up. So like that one, I've kind of watched that recently too. My mom loved The
White
Holiday.
Christmas. I'm gonna write it down
You'll
because I
like
don't
White
think I've seen it.
Christmas. It's a good one. Um,
Need a paper.
I just recently watched, okay, so like back to your 10 sex. I've kind of been like trying to do like Christmas spirit. I've been trying to embrace it. So I've been
Oh,
trying to like watch some of those cheesy like Netflix like Hallmarky type vibe movies, including the one with Lilo because Lilo is a queen and I want to stand Lilo and I could not get through. I don't even think I got through 15 minutes of that movie before I was like I can't do it. I can't do it.
what? Wait, wait, what movie?
The Lindsay Lohan one.
Oh, Lilo. I get it.
I I couldn't do it. I was just like, this is
Oh,
so manufactured. But you know which one was okay? Was
I loved it though.
The Holiday. Have you ever seen that one?
Yes, that one's
Good.
cute too.
Yeah, that one was
With that actress. That actress is funny though. Like
I
she'll say
agree.
like
That one
funny
surprised me. I
things.
didn't expect to like it. I thought it was kind of fun.
Speaking of Lilo, so at the end of that, I have two things to say about it. We could do a whole podcast about Lilo,
It's a
actually.
bad night to have to get up early.
It really is. Lilo, though, first thing is, did you ever watch her reality show? And she was doing that
Oh,
like
in like
dance,
Mykonos or whatever.
and she would do that
Yeah.
dance.
Yeah,
Dude, Malik and I used to do that all the time, and we would die laughing because it's so funny.
it is.
But but yeah, that so she would do that dance. But secondly, oh, can you hear Arya? No,
I heard her a little bit that time.
she's not happy. She does not want to go to bed. She's like, I want to party. She's saying, "Mommy."
I know she hears us out here having fun,
I
probably.
know. She's all Lilo. But secondly, so at the end of the movie, they do like what do they call like the takes or whatever?
Like bloopers.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they're like laughing and they're having
Yeah.
like a really good time. And it was I heard and read like really bad things about her like as an actress, and like just like
Yeah.
that she wasn't like fun. She's kind of a bitch and like
Yeah.
whatever, like on set and stuff, and just like acts like her shit doesn't stink. And it was really refreshing to see her having like being
Yeah.
funny and like
Yeah.
everybody laughing with her. I mean, it
She
could
is
all
iconic.
be
I just love her. I mean, like the Parent Trap, like she was
yep.
just solidified in that moment, and she's given us so many great things since, and she is very cool. So like I really wanted to like that movie. I tried. I couldn't.
I loved it.
That's what
But
you're
it's
about to
like
say about Elf here in a second. Okay. My 10 secs is that I'm probably gonna have to get up in like 10 minutes and turn the heater off manually because I'm living like an Amish person, practically. But that's my 10 secs. In like 10 minutes, I'm gonna get up and do that. Great. So let's get into the fun part of the podcast today.
Okay, so today we are going to be talking naughty and nice. We're just going to throw out some things, and it's either on your naughty list or your nice list, and we're going to see what makes the cut.
We
starting with Elf. No, I'm just kidding.
No, I'm waiting.
Elf. I don't want to show you my whole list, but Elf is on the bottom of my naughty list.
Oh, I love it. Oh, okay. Why? Tell us why you hate Elf.
I just did. I mean, like,
is it the only Christmas movie that made it on your list? Like you have feelings about Elf.
Yeah, it is the only Christmas movie, but the Santa Claus made it on the nice list.
Okay, so what happened? Tell us the Elf story.
I don't know. I just didn't think it was that like funny. Like people were like, "Oh my God, Buddy the Elf is so funny."
When was the last time you watched it?
I try to watch it every year because I feel like maybe this is the year that it'll like grow on me.
Man.
Maybe this is the time. I don't know. I just can't. It's probably like the Lilo movie for you. Like I just can't get into it.
Gelling.
And I'll sit through it and I'll be like, but then I find myself sitting through it and I'm like on my phone or like
over it.
Just not. Yeah.
I respect it.
I also think like it's just like grown man acting like a little child.
It's actually like maybe the only movie I like Will Ferrell in, because that's Will Ferrell's role, is a grown man acting like
a child.
Yeah, and that's the only one where I think it's actually kind of funny and kind of works. And I also think that like the supporting cast does a good job of like making it funny. Also, you have to remember when that movie came out and was brand new, that was like Zooey Deschanel's breakout role. Like she was like the hottest, freshest, coolest. It was like manic pixie dream girl. That was just like it. She was just like it, I feel like, in the movies for a second, and it was just like a whole new vibe. Maybe I'm wrong.
Also, I will say that one of my favorite parts of that movie that I hate is the part where she's like, or where they're like in the back, she's like, I really can't stay. Yeah. And then he's all, baby, it's cold outside. She's all, but she like keeps going. I'm like, that's some shit I would do. I'd be like, well, I can't ruin it now. Like, I gotta keep going along. Like, but this is real awkward. I don't know.
I just like the part where he's like putting like all the, I'm just like, I can't believe I'm saying it, but where he's like putting all the like syrup and shit like on the pancakes. Dude, like that I think it's funny.
It is funny, but every time I'm like, would I like that though? Like,
Yeah, I know.
if I tried that, like the spaghetti with the syrup, isn't it like spaghetti and like the syrup or something like that? Like,
Oh yes, yes.
I
Oh
don't
my
know. I
God.
always like wonder if I would like that, but I just can't like if they're like, let's pick a Christmas movie that's
Or
not
don't you
coming.
don't want Elf. Okay. Respect.
No.
Respect.
Yeah. So
Okay, so
that's my naughty
that's
list.
the very bottom you said?
Well, I was just like making a list
Oh,
that
okay. Well,
made it on the
what's the
list.
number one thing that made it on the list? I want a number one naughty and number one nice.
Number one naughty.
Arya? Elizabeth Bennet.
That girl's on her own
And her
list.
father.
That too. My number one naughty was Victoria's Secret.
Oh, yes.
Hot take right here, huh?
Yes.
And I didn't watch. I watched a little bit of the documentary that came out about.
About Les Wexler or whatever that
Mm-hmm.
horrible guy. Don't
But
get
I
me
didn't.
started. Don't get me started on the whole yay tirade because that's where that leads.
I
Okay.
didn't get that far into it because I was just like over it. It wasn't that good of a documentary, and it was just
Right.
like, eh. But the reason why Victoria's Secret is on my naughty list and it's number one is because I'm triggered by it actually.
Love this.
I remember when everybody would like wear like Victoria's Secret or like pink or like,
Yes.
oh, my bra's from Victoria's Secret.
Yeah.
And it was just like, just shut up.
Yes.
Just shut up. I don't care where your fucking bra is from.
Okay, so this is like
And
from then?
yeah, like just a little triggered moment from
Residual
then.
naughtiness. They are just
And
naughty.
also I don't like I like Target. I
Mm-hmm.
feel like Target has very good stuff. Um I have some Victoria's Secret pajamas that I do like, but I do like Target better. I don't know.
Okay.
And the reason why I put it number one was because I I was getting ready for bed and I went to put on some pajamas that I have from them.
Oh God.
And the arms were like,
Oh no.
and
Oh,
I
that's a
immediately
criminal
was like,
offense. That's
throw these in the trash. I pulled out my phone and I was all, I'm making my list. This was last night. I was like, I'm starting my list with this number one.
oh yeah,
But then when
that
I
is
started thinking about it, I was triggered from like all my, growing up
mhm.
trauma of like,
Yeah.
I don't even know why. I just hated the whole like pink movement. Remember that?
Oh yeah. Oh
Everybody was
yeah.
walking around with like the pink shirts and I don't know. So then I
Oh
hated
no,
all of
I
it.
do remember. And it's actually okay. So let's just go down a little bit of wormhole for like 3 seconds on that because it's all so tied together. We're like all those brands that gave us trauma, right? Victoria's Secret, Hollister, Abercrombie, like
Abercrombie. Ugh.
okay, all those brands were owned by people like Lex Wexler or whatever that guy's name is, Les Wexler. I get their names wrong all the time, but
Yeah.
and they are a part of insidious pedophilic Jewish Americans
Yeah.
that are a part of the problem that Ye is getting lambasted for. It's connected to high fashion. It's connected to Ralph Lauren. It's connected to Balenciaga. It's connected to Jeffrey Epstein. I do go down these wormholes because I do love going off on this stuff. And I'm here to tell you, it's real dark and it's real deliberate. And all of those traumas are like calculated by these insidious, horrible, evil people.
Yeah. And you know what is like kind of cool though is I never ever wanted to wear that stuff.
Yeah.
I
I just
mean,
remember feeling like none of that stuff,
fit
like
me.
clothes were
Like,
supposed to make you feel good and better, not uglier and worse. And I couldn't
yeah.
understand like I don't know. It's cool that I guess there's some people that this does that for. I am not one of
Yeah.
them. Like,
I know. Well, I think about that too because especially after I had my daughter, I was like, I'm gonna wear what I want to wear, whether I think I look fat in it or not. If I put it on that day and that's what I want to wear, and I look like a
yeah.
roly poly, then I look like a roly poly, and you guys just
Really
have to deal
funny
with it.
stuff.
Look away. But this is what I want to wear. I'm wearing
Yeah.
this, and this is what I feel comfortable in. And I remember like just like I just never like got into like, oh, I would try to like go to Abercrombie and be like, okay, like what am I gonna wear here?
Yeah.
And like their stuff just
Same.
never I never felt good in it. I
Same.
never looked good in it, or I didn't think I looked good in it.
But
And
then
so
it
it
was
was
like,
just
okay, well, if you don't have the thing that's like Abercrombie, then you're not like cool
yeah.
and like whatever. That can sound as cliche and
Yep.
dumb as you want. It is what it is. Like,
Yeah. Well, I remember my ex-boyfriend, my very first boyfriend that I had, he had given me like a Abercrombie gift card for Christmas, like $100. And I remember I walked into that store and I was like, what am I going to buy? A scrunchie? Like,
I know.
uh,
The extra large was like this wide.
tiny. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so he ended up giving the $100 gift card to his younger sister, who was like a size 00, super small. And they gave me $100 cash. And I think I went to Guess.
Wetzel's pretzels.
Yeah. That was, no, what was the cookie place?
BB?
No,
Was it Guess? It could have been Guess.
no, cookies. Mrs. Fields.
Oh, what?
But I did go to, I think I went to Guess, or maybe it was Marciano. Remember that?
Oh, yep.
I think I went there and like bought like a winter sweater or something
Yeah.
that was like oversized, and I probably wore with leggings or sweatpants because that's that's my style. I've been rocking the leggings since way back then. Anyway, so that's number one on my naughty list because the sleeves were an actual suction cup.
I know,
it
and that's a very
started-
triggering. I mean, like just sleeves in general for you,
Oh.
not to be trifled with.
I was not happy. That's how that ended up on my first.
So is Target number one on your nice?
No, actually, strict pull-ups are number one on my nice list.
Oh, okay. So let's talk about that.
Strict pull-ups because it is well, then I started going down this like whole spiral of why my arms are so much larger than these clothes that are being made.
Okay.
And then so I was like, yeah, but dude, strict pull-ups are really cool. Like,
Yeah,
my
and
arms
you are
like,
really good at strict pull-ups.
well, I was thinking about how like I wanted to be able to do like 10 unbroken strict pull-ups. I think I don't know how many I could get.
Probably pretty
But
close.
10's hard though.
Yeah, but you're
They're
probably
really hard.
there.
Maybe like fresh. I don't know. Maybe if I don't eat for 3 days, I'm just
Oh,
kidding.
stop.
But so strict pull-ups, and I think it's very underrated in the CrossFit community. And
I
that's why
agree.
it made it to the nice list, because the CrossFit community goes straight to like kipping pull-ups or butterfly pull-ups or like and it's very like underrated. Like they need to really build that strength to sustain these higher volume gymnastics movements.
Well, and I'll never forget when I was I was like peak CrossFit coaching, and Coach Andrew, shout out Coach Andrew, came in after he sold me his car, and we were like talking. He was like,
meat
"Can you tell
wagon.
huh?"
The meat wagon.
Yeah, the meat wagon. And he's all, "Can you tell like what
Instagram handle.
put up his squat video,
Yeah.
those juicy thighs." Anyways, like he did bodybuilding and I did CrossFit, and I was all like, "Well, come in and see if you can like handle a class, like whatever." And he fucking crushed it. He did strict Fran, never having done CrossFit, barely was like breathing heavy at all. And that's like a moment where I was like, okay, I'm gonna work a lot harder on strict pull-ups because
Yeah,
it's
I'll never forget
hurt.
that. You told I wasn't there, and you had told me, I think Dennis was there, and Dennis had said
Maybe.
like there was some bodybuilding guy that came and like he completely destroyed Fran. He's never done it a day in his life. Like,
Yeah.
and Dennis, Dennis is like all like knows everything about everything. So he was like all like just like on this like high horse about like how this bodybuilding guy, and Dennis
Yeah.
like loves a good lifting month, year, 3 years. I don't know where he's at right now in his lifting career.
It's true though, and you're right. And strict pull-ups is such an incredible exercise for full body.
Oh
And it's
yeah.
so important for control. And yeah,
So that was on my nice
that's
list.
a good number one.
What about yours?
Okay, well, like I made mine just like in the cultural wave that's happening right now, which is old news to me because I already knew that this was fishy from the get. But obviously Meghan Markle is on my naughty list. And Prince Harry has to be too, even though I do have a little bit of sympathy for Prince Harry. Like my heart breaks for him a little bit. But it's just like the whole situation is so cringe. They're just so out. They're just so out.
Coming from somebody that did not follow the royal family and the royal family drama, I watched the documentary.
Tell us about it.
She's very charismatic though. There were some parts that she would speak and I was like, that's kind of cringy. Like, but also like, I'm sure if somebody watched our YouTube show, they might be like,
completely.
you're cringe too.
Well, and
Like,
here's the thing. My favorite thing about my hot take about Meghan Markle and Prince Harry is that I see myself in those two. Like they're
um,
villains that I can relate to in a sense. And so that makes me like love the drama even more because it's like I'm not them, thank God, but but I kind of get it. Like the vices that brought them down to where they are vices that I understand.
yeah. Well, I'm following it from her story, right? Because
Yeah.
I
Right.
didn't follow the whole thing, so I'm
Right.
literally following it just from her perspective, and I could easily be team Meghan Markle
Yeah.
just from watching that little like documentary. It
Yeah.
also is making me mad. Side note that Netflix is just like releasing uh like videos like I don't know how often, like once a week, twice a week,
Oh
I don't
yeah,
know.
that they're like trying to be like now it's like coming full circle back to like real TV.
Why
Yeah,
do I have to wait? This is not why I liked you, Netflix. I like
I
to have
know.
everything like as a whole right here.
You
So I
know,
got through
either
3
die a
episodes.
hero or you live long enough to become the villain.
Well, Netflix is making
Netflix
its
is
way.
doing it.
And when they raise the rates, all right, dude.
Yeah.
Now piss me off, Netflix.
Yeah.
Naughty list, Netflix. Uh, but yeah, so just watching that part of it, I could easily be Team Megan. And she makes some very cool, like cool things that like if I were in her shoes, which I would never be in her shoes, but like if I was gonna be I don't know, going and meeting with the queen and I had to learn how to curtsy like in 2 seconds, like I'd probably
Yeah.
handle it the same way she did. And or like what really got me, and I'm not a hugger, I'm not like an affectionate person like that, but like it is like kind of our culture to like give a hug.
Yeah.
But over there, that's like whoa, like
Yeah.
this is too much. And so like when she was saying all those things, I was like, yeah, I could totally see how I would fail at this easily. Or
Yeah.
how like our
Okay,
paparazzi
so
is just
but
so different.
so let me just go off on that for just a second because that's one of the things that's like almost a tell about that's like it's like in that moment where she's charming is she's actually giving herself away. Like she wants to sell herself as this like cultural diplomat who has international business and international affairs degrees, like so worldly, plays Jeopardy, is so plugged into the world's culture, but you don't know how to curtsy to the monarch of England, like the most iconic political icon of our time and all the generations before us. Like you're gonna
Well, and
ask me
not
to learn how
only
to
that,
curtsy to that. You're full of shit. Like you just want to be relatable. Like you are conniving and you think I'm stupid. You think I'm stupid.
well, I could see that side too, because it's like if you're meeting somebody's mother, right? Your
Yeah.
in-law for the first time, whether you're going to get married to them or not, boyfriend, girlfriend, mother, and their mother,
Yeah.
you kind of want to know like, okay, like what's your mother like? You know, like I knew before I met Dennis's mom that
Yeah.
her first language is Spanish and she knows very little English. So like I knew that going into it. And so like I would, you know, like do my best to try to come with
Be
my
respectful
best
of that,
Spanish with her.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And or like translate something through Dennis or be like, hey, like, or try to relate to her as best as I can. Like, how do you say this? Or, you
Yeah.
know, just stuff like that. So I could see the other side of that where like, how did you not think this was gonna come up with the fucking queen?
Yeah.
Uh, with the queen.
Literally the
Like,
queen. And it's like, that's the other side of it. And this leads me to number one on my nice list, which is Prince William and Princess Catherine of Wales, because they to me represent like all the best parts of royalty. Like Meghan Markle, when her quote unquote life of privacy she desires with her Netflix special and her podcast, just saying, and just like raking in the money meanwhile and just slandering people, just mocking Harry's grandmother on Netflix for money. Meanwhile, William and Kate,
hold on. Do you think that he is like just brainwashed, or do you think that he
I think that
just
he's very damaged. Okay, let's talk about Prince Harry because I do think it would be very rough growing up in the pretenses that he did, losing your mom like that. I cannot even imagine. I remember when Princess Diana died and like thinking like I remember knowing about William and Harry and thinking how horrendous it is for these two boys to have lost their mother in front of the entire world. I can't imagine losing a parent. It's my biggest fear. Like, and that's come to life, and you're walking behind her casket while the entirety of the world watches on
Just
TV.
watching you. Yeah.
I can't imagine what that does to
And
you.
criticizing you as a young, like, impressionable boy.
Right. Not only
Like,
that, the royal family is no joke. And I have an incredible amount of respect for Queen Elizabeth II and the life of service that she devoted and the way that she carried herself throughout her reign. You know, I believe she's a feminist icon. One of the okay, so there's a big dynamic there with William and Harry. Okay, so like let's just pretend that the D'Angelos are the Windsors. Okay, and so I'm the royal family now, and so Valerie is Prince William, and she's born first by the grace of God. She's just chosen. She's just first, and so she is the next person she's the next monarch. She's the one that matters. And then I come along, and it's nice that I'm there and I'm royal and like whatever. But as a kid, all I know is that the heir and the spare, right? Like I kind of get that. I can kind of see how like a rebellious second child would want to push back against a system that says your older sister is more important because she's older. Like I get it. I get that struggle. Add the trauma of losing your mom, add the trauma of the media, like add your older brother gets married and now he has a family and he's like really set and you're wondering where do you fit in the world, and this bubbly, charming, as you said, American actress comes along with an agenda of her own, make no mistake whatsoever, and dazzles you. And I do feel like little by little, like he's just lost his footing and he's just slipped and slipped and slipped. And now it's gone so far, and what's he going to do? And I look at that and I look at him and I'm like, that man looks miserable. That man looks miserable. That woman looks like she wears the pants. That woman is the domineering person in that relationship. And Harry's like a little tortured boy. It's sad.
Yeah. Well, when I was watching the documentary, I was like, if I ever do a documentary on Netflix like this, Dennis better talk about me like Harry is talking about Meghan. All I got to say.
To be fair, I actually haven't watched the documentary because I just feel like it's, I don't want to support it.
I know I had to because I didn't follow it, but now
I get it. And it's like, I'm curious. I want to watch it, but I also like, I already know I'm not going to enjoy it.
I do feel like he totally just like loves her though. Like he is pussy whipped. Like
I
that
feel like,
kid.
yeah, I just feel like she's, yeah.
And he'll do whatever she says, like whatever.
Yeah. And he's dug himself into this hole so far, and it's like now the queen is dead.
I just really, really can't even. She's so pretty to me. Do you think she's pretty?
To me, she's like Amber Heard to me, where it's like she is. Where it's like, okay, I can appreciate it, but it's like you're a succubus. Like you're a beautiful woman, but you're a succubus, and I see that you're a succubus.
Succubus. Can somebody please give me the definition of succubus in the comments? I will give you a prize. You will win a prize.
Oh
my you can't God. Google it. You have to give us in your own words. Anyway.
Oh my God, that's so funny. But I feel like William and Kate to me really like adhere to that like classy standard of they don't ever say a word in retort. They don't put any fuel on the fire. They go about their duty to the people of the United Kingdom as they are supposed to do. And it's like they do so with such grace and such like humility, and they really give me hope.
This is mom talk, I guess. There was like a video of her like son doing like that to her somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh man, I never related more to her though. She was like, I could just tell like in her head, she was like,
how dare you do this to me right now?
Oh, fucking shit. Wait till we get home, motherfucker. But I was like, dude, she's like smiling, like, oh, and she's like real, like, just proper and like just all. And I'm like, that boy's getting it when he gets home. Like,
I love it. I remember exactly what video you're talking about. I'll try to be good about editing that stuff in over this on this episode. So many people. But okay, well, that's enough about my number one. What's your number two?
Oh, naughty or nice?
I want like each.
Okay, I
That's
kind of
naughty and then
did.
it's nice.
Did you do yours like if you did the naughty, you put the nice
I tried
opposite?
to think of like a
Opposite.
kind of a
Okay.
counterpart, but
I do have counterparts for them. They're just not in
okay.
order on my list, but I could
Okay, that's
match them
okay.
easily. So my naughty is Gatorade.
Ooh.
I hate Gatorade. Well, I take it back.
Why is
I like
Gatorade naughty?
Gatorade because I hate that people think that it's like so hydrating and like quenching and like these people are like, oh, go drink a Gatorade like after a workout. Like, oh yeah, go pound 45 grams of sugar, please.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's brilliant.
Yeah.
So that's mine. Naughty
There's
is
one time in
Gatorade.
my life that like Gatorade has been appropriate, and that was after I did that like 25-mile hike with my dad.
Well,
I
that
feel like
is
Gatorade sounded really good, and that's the only time. So if
um
you're just in a 25-mile hike, you can have a Gatorade.
yeah, but like the average person working out, like
Never.
you are probably no,
No,
don't.
Gatorade is naughty. It's just empty calories for the most part.
Yep. And one guess what's on my nice list.
Coffee.
Fit Aid.
Oh, fitting.
Fit Aid. I don't
Okay.
know.
Gatorade's out, Fit Aid
Nostalgia.
is in.
Nostalgia. And every time I think of a Fit Aid, I always just think of like those hard workouts that we used to
Mhm.
do. And then like just being so thirsty and then like opening a Fit Aid and like,
Ice cold Fit Aid, crack it open, just glug it down.
yep.
So crispy. Yeah, that
Oh,
is good.
yeah.
That is nice.
Okay, what's yours?
Okay, naughty was everyone at Brittany's wedding is now on my naughty list. So anyone that was in
Oh,
attendance is that like they're flagged to me as like communists.
also, there's so much going on with Britney right
I
now.
know it's really not good. And I'm saying so like Paris, guilty. Selena Gomez, guilty.
Guilt,
These people
yeah.
are invested in some shady shit. I'm here to tell you right now. Guilty as fuck.
Something very
Not good.
weird is going on.
I know. It just breaks my whole entire heart.
Almost to the point where I am like nervous to watch people investigate this stuff on TikTok.
Why?
Like,
You're scared you're gonna
because,
like find out some
but
shit?
yeah, like I'm like,
Yeah,
oh God, Brittany, like, please, like if you're in there, like
I
throw us a
know.
rock, like send a little, but
I
people
know.
dig into these TikToks or like into her videos and stuff. And so sometimes I'll be like watching like a TikTok and then I'm like, do I want to watch like
I
sometimes I go to
know.
the
I'm just so
comments.
sad about it.
Well, what do you think's going on?
At this point, I just don't even know. But like to me, it's obviously very fishy. Like
Yeah.
it's just not right. I don't know what it is. I know like I couldn't possibly guess what it is, but something is not right. And Brittany is
Yeah.
not okay.
Nope. Yeah. And I just feel like her husband,
He's in on it
some,
too. He was at the wedding. He's in on it.
yeah, something's off. And somebody today on TikTok, I gotta get off TikTok. Um, somebody posted his like green room or something
Oh
like that.
yeah.
His green screen room or something like that. Like, I was like, and then they went into this like whole spiel. And then right after that, the video of her tattoo disappearing and coming back came up. And I was like,
Yeah.
am I gonna go wormhole now? Like, am I
I
sucked in?
know.
And
I don't know what's going on over there, but it's not good. Yeah, my nice counterpart of that, I just wrote everyone at, and then I never wrote anything else after that. So
okay, everyone at
everyone at the gym is on my nice list.
okay,
You're
any
getting it
gym
in.
or
Any gym. I
just
mean, even if you're doing shit, dumb ass shit at the gym, at least you're at the gym, I guess. So you're on the nice list. Okay, what's yours next?
Natalie Portman?
Oh yeah. Oh,
Naughty.
I could understand it. I could understand it.
Natalie Portman. Dennis loves her.
You've always hated Natalie Portman too. Yeah, to be
Dennis
fair. You've always
fucking
hated
loves
her.
her.
Did she do something recently? Is this Thor related?
Okay, well, no, but I did see Thor and I liked her in Thor. Okay, there's a couple things. I don't even know when I started hating her, but it was long before Dennis. And then Dennis loved her, and then the hate grew even more.
Yeah, that did not help.
Off because I was like, why does she not look like that in real life? Like, you know what I mean? And I wish she really would have got buffer. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean? Like, um, in real life. and kept it. And then
Do
I
you
might have
wish
liked her
she
a little
would have
bit.
gotten buffer via the use of steroids?
No, but I mean, if she dedicated a whole, I mean, she had to have known that this part was going to come out a year, like a
Yeah.
year. She dedicated a whole year of training super, super hard, eating. I'm assuming she probably weighs like 130 and maybe eating 150, 160 grams of protein a day, lean protein, and trained her arms off, like
Yeah.
just dedicated for a whole year. You're going to tell me her arms aren't going to look different?
Yeah. I mean, probably.
I just think she didn't want to.
I think I don't know exactly. I have to look up. I know she did some training. I doubt it was a whole year. I know that she did
No.
like the average amount of time that they do like leading up to movies, 3 months or something. And like with strength training, it does take just so much longer than that to
Like,
really get some differences.
what is that one movie? Was it Jake Gyllenhaal or what? Somebody, I don't know. He did like a huge like transformation in like 3 months, but it was like a huge, oh no, it was the Joker guy.
Oh yeah, Joaquin Phoenix.
Yes. Did like a huge weight loss thing in 3 months, which is totally like, yeah, you totally could do that in 3 months like that. I mean, it's not healthy, but you totally could lose for a part, but for like a part where you have to look like buff or like look like jacked in some way, you're going to need it like a little bit longer than 3 months. And I wish you would have just put in that effort so that Thor movie did not make me like her even more. And she just always looks like she's crying or like, she just looks like one of those people that something's just always wrong. Just
I could
always
kind
looks
of
like
see
that.
that. I could kind of see that.
Like she just looks like one of those people that I'm going to call
Cry
and then,
cry baby kind of vibes.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I do get that. I do get that. But I have to say I stand Natalie Portman in Black Swan. She was so freaking good in that movie. So freaking good in
That
that
movie
movie.
kind of confused me a little bit, but yeah, she was good. I'm
Okay,
gonna have
who
to watch it
do
again.
you
I
have a
watched
nice
it.
counter? What?
I have two. I don't know why I wrote two down.
Okay.
Same
You
line.
can have
Matthew
two.
McConaughey and Cameron Diaz.
Oh, okay. Talk more.
Matthew McConaughey because I think that we would just have so much fun. And same thing with
Yeah.
Cameron Diaz. Like if we would just have fun, like I look at them and I'm like, we would have a good time.
I
Like we
look at
would.
like pictures of and like videos too, I guess, of a young Cameron Diaz, and I am just stunned by her beauty.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely stunned. She's like,
Um.
I don't know, there's just like something about her, especially when she was like super young, like in The Mask.
Oh, I was
I'm just
just
like,
gonna say that.
yeah,
God, yeah.
yeah.
Well, I watched The Other Woman. Did you see that one?
Never seen that.
It's funny, but
Okay.
so I was like on this kick of her. So I was like, going through like all her pictures because had just recently watched that movie, and I was like, that movie is so funny to me, and she just looks like we would have so much like she just so funny, like we would
Yeah.
have so much fun, like laughing or like
Yeah.
I don't know, it
I
just looks
have to watch
fun.
that movie.
And Matthew McConaughey just does not give one fuck.
No.
He's just living his life. And I love that about him
Yeah.
because he's like, I don't care. Like,
Yeah.
and he's country and like, I don't know. I love that. So that is mine. What about
Okay,
yours?
it's actually good. I have like some celebs. Okay. Naughty list. Will Smith. Naughty, naughty.
Oh, he just came out
Naughty,
with that
naughty.
movie too.
Yeah, he's just like a limp dick. He just has limp dick energy. Sorry if you have
I
kids
feel it.
around, but
I feel that.
just,
I feel
yeah, it's
that.
just yikes. And you want to talk about another succubus to add to our, that's like the trio right there. Jada Pinkett Smith, Amber Heard, and Meghan Markle. My God, that's a tea party.
You don't want to have a sit at the red table, red whatever it was.
Yeah. Red table talk. Also
All of
kind
them.
of on my naughty list. Well, okay, I'll come back to that. You're gonna love my nice counterpart of that is
Okay.
Lilo.
Really? You
Yes.
have her on
I
there? We were
swear to
just
God.
talking about her.
I know.
Wow.
Just like Elf, I have
Yeah.
one of my own. I That's what I'm saying.
Um,
Is like I love her. I love that she's having like a moment. I love that she's kind of coming back. I love that she's acting again. Sorry, the script was like I couldn't.
you know what? You know what was so funny though is that when I was watching that movie, I literally the whole time I was like, wow, like I mean, it's no Mean Girls, like
It's
that's for
just
sure.
fun to
Like,
watch Lilo.
yes, exactly. And I
Yeah.
actually was like, wow, her lips look really good. Like
Yeah,
they
except okay, wait, that's on my naughty list. I'm gonna add it right now because I didn't for write it. Like Botox is injectables are on the naughtiest list. I am so sick, literally
but
so sick
yeah.
of everybody looking the same. Everybody looks the same. Young girls in their early 20s with injectables in their faces. Please stop. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm not a fan either.
It's just too
Um,
much.
I also get like they're trying to do this like anti like aging. They don't want to age. Like, but here's the thing. It all comes back to your health and nutrition and what you're eating. And yes, genetics do play a role in it. I'm not going to deny that. But I also feel like I'm getting up there in age, and like this is what you get. And
Yeah.
I worked hard for this, even if
Yeah.
the wrinkles are there and
But like
gray hair
hardly,
or
you know what I'm
whatever.
saying?
Like,
Like eat right and exercise
and drink lots of
and
water, hydrate
like
your skin. Like,
youth, like get lots of sleep. Make sure you get in the sunshine. And when you do that, put sunscreen on. Like it's literally
yeah.
that simple. Injectables in your face and everybody's just walking around like a clone. I feel like we're losing our humanity a little bit. It makes me sad.
Yes, it does. It is really, it does make me sad when I think about it. Especially like this whole like lip thing.
I know.
It just, it really is.
Too much.
Yeah. Yeah. What's the
Okay.
counterpart to that?
Oh, well, that was Lilo. So Will Smith was
Oh,
not.
the
Lilo was nice.
okay.
It was
Okay.
next for you.
But you said Botox too, though, right?
Oh, well, yeah, I added Botox because I
Okay.
thought of it off the top of my head. Okay, so like the nice counterpart of Botox is what we just said, sleeping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did I know that? Okay, my next one. You're not gonna like this one.
Oh, is it Elf?
GHD
Is
sit-ups.
a naughty?
Oh, 1,000%.
I'm so glad I didn't give it to you.
I do like it not for GHD sit-ups though.
Oh, okay. Oh, I like this twist.
And I do like it if I were gonna use it for myself.
Okay.
I have a
Oh, I
hard time
see.
putting clients on it.
I
I
see.
have a hard time with putting especially moms on
I
it.
see.
I have a hard time putting myself on it for sit-ups, but for the
I
backside,
see.
I'm all for
Okay.
it. But I'm only all for it if you're gonna fill it in the right spot, because you could easily take it into the wrong spot.
Totally. It is very
Um,
hard.
yeah. And for moms, it's like a really aggressive core movement that even
Yeah.
like I work really hard on my core, and I still
Mhm.
feel like even somebody like myself who does work a lot of like really hard and puts in that like PT and stuff, like I still don't like it. It's like an uncomfortable
Well, and even just
thing.
like the position being so awkward and off balance feeling and like people just don't even feel supported in it to
Hmm.
begin with.
Yeah.
It's rough. Okay, so do you have
Yeah.
a nice version of that?
Deadlift. Well, I
Ayo.
already knew that, but deadlift is always going to be on my nice list. Deadlift in any form, any type of deadlift. If I had to have one movement to do for the rest of my life, it would be deadlift. And I would do slow tempo deadlifts. I would do banded deadlifts. I would do deadlift forever,
Yep.
my whole life.
It's
That's all.
everything.
Yep. So that's it.
Okay, I'm still on celebs over here. So my naughty, and this I have a little rant about this one because she's canceled. She is 100% canceled. Her moment is
Oh,
over. She had her 15 minutes and she's done. She's cooked. It's over.
Amber Heard.
Julia Fox.
Oh,
I've had
yeah.
it.
Okay.
I've had it
Okay.
with Julia Fox.
Let's hear it.
She got too comfortable. She thought she just it's like these celebrities, they just like it's another thing that I kind of relate to. It's like thank God I would never got famous like in my life because I would have sounded dumb and stupid like they sound. No doubt.
Yeah.
Because like they think they know it all. I've been there. Anyway, but like she's I don't know. She's like she got too comfortable. She wanted to like talk. She wanted to just I don't even know how to describe it. It's almost like she's just like that too woke white lady. And she is kind of like hot and cool while she's doing it, but at the end of the day it's like it's just so performative and she fully supports Amber Heard, fully supports Meghan Markle. That's not why she's canceled, although I think that was my last straw. She posted like a whole thing about how like she's like Meghan Markle is true royalty, and that's that was it for me. Unfollow right there. Be goodbye. How did you say that real royalty when like she's gonna mock the queen who gave 80 years of service? Don't talk to me. Okay, so Julia Fox is canceled. Julia Fox is canceled.
Yeah.
Now,
I
and the whole Yay thing. I mean, I know I have a very controversial opinion about the Yay thing, but Keep your mouth shut, Julia. Don't. You're the only reason you have that anybody cares what you have to say is because of Ye. So keep his fucking name out of your mouth unless you're complimenting him. Shut up. Don't act like you dated him to do Kim Kardashian a favor. That's cringe. How dare you say that? How dare you?
I wonder, did Kim Kardashian ever say like a response to that or no?
I doubt it because she has like better things to do with her time, which is saying a lot.
She has a Balenciaga mask she has to wear.
Yeah, she's too busy pimping her kids out on her Instagram.
I know. She just posted a Christmas picture too. I just saw it on something.
Yeah.
Anyway,
okay, that was a lot. So sorry about my Julia Fox rant.
No, but I don't really follow her and I don't really know too much about Julia Fox. So it was good to hear. I have a lot of research to do after this. Meghan Markle is on the top of my list. I did follow the whole Amber Heard and Johnny Depp trial. So like I'm aware of Amber Heard.
Yeah. But my nice version of like a hot celebrity like that is Bella Hadid, even though she is very pro Anna, like she's giving very much anorexic. I still think that she can be on the nice list because she's just so captivatingly beautiful. I can't stop staring at her, and she is very cool. So, and for the most part, her activism has not yet upset me. I'm like kind of here for what she's promoting for right now.
Okay. Let me see if I have any celebrities. I don't. I don't have any left.
You have like a favorite model?
You know what is really weird is when I was like making this list, I was like, what am I going to put on here? How do I feel about things? And a lot of it, I have a good one.
Okay.
I can't believe I skipped over that one. Oh, because I was going like, okay. This is a controversial, whatever. Hot take. This is a hot take.
Yeah.
Chiropractors.
Oh, naughty.
Yeah.
Almost, for a second, I was like, maybe she's gonna gag me and make them nice.
They're actually not getting a lump of coal this year. Here's the thing, though. Here's what I have to say about that. If you came to me and you're like, I like going to the chiropractor because it feels good, and I'm like, cool. You feel good after you leave there. If you come to me and you're like, I like going to the chiropractor because it's fixing my back, I'm gonna 1,000%
tell you the truth.
Blow a gasket. I'm just kidding. But it's like a massage, right? Like I'm gonna go get a massage because it feels good. It's relaxing to me. I leave there and I'm like, it felt great. But I don't go see a masseuse to fix an injury because they're not gonna fix that injury.
Right.
And so the counter of that was me. No, I'm just kidding. But it was Jane Fonda's and TY's and I's. So
okay, that's good. I have, you know what I was thinking too, almost on the same line was I was gonna put on my naughty list was like the PT tape. Anybody who wears PT tape at all, or whatever that tape is called.
Oh, yep. The KT tape.
KT
tape. Yeah.
KT tape.
Oh man, might as well throw knee sleeves on there and
Just
fucking lifters. Or just
naughty.
Here we go. The naughty list is just getting longer and longer.
I know.
All bad.
Okay, wait, I gotta go turn my heater off. That's on the naughty list. Okay.
At least you don't have to go upstairs to do it. What? At least you don't have to go all the way upstairs to do it.
Oh my God, I'd be so out of breath.
1 second. Yeah. I like I said, I think chiropractors, they're like have their use for, I don't know. Sometimes when I crack my back, it feels good. But like I said, I don't know. I just they don't do, when I've had a back injury and I've got my back cracked, it did not make it feel better.
No.
The only thing that made my back feel better is Jane Fonda's, monster walks, clamshells, glute bridges, TY's and I's.
Strengthening.
Just like,
strengthening. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. 1,000%.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. That's it.
Is that your whole list?
No.
Oh, okay.
I can keep going. I have those shoes, the Hokas.
Oh, Hokas are naughty.
Yep, Hokas.
Are Metcons the opposite?
I just put Nike. I put Nikes.
Oh, okay.
But I'm also really confused by Hoka's. I've never tried them. They just look like clouds. Like,
Yeah. They look like
uh,
Skechers shape ups.
what was, what would, what would we call them? Oh no, the Sauconys.
Oh yeah.
A certain somebody would wear those, and
Oh
we would
God.
call them like the dad
Yep.
shoes, the dad 2000s or something.
Yeah. Oh my God. Those like blue
Yeah,
ones.
yeah. I've never tried them though, but a lot of people love those shoes. I I don't know. I can't. I don't know. See what else I have on my
They're
list.
ugly too, is the thing.
Yeah, they are. And I don't know. I mean, maybe for like a full day of walking around Disneyland. What shoes
Eh.
did you wear when you walked? Nikes?
Trying to think. I think I wore my Crocs.
And you were fine, right?
Yeah.
I've been to Disneyland so many times when I was like younger and I've worn all types of shoes. And I think the only time that I was not fine is when I wore Vans.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think it's just
Blisters?
yeah, it is just like
I
they got
actually like
wet.
Vans in general give me blisters.
I actually have like a lot of pairs of them and I never wear them. I don't know why I'm holding on to them. But it's just like one of those shoes where it's like, well, one day I might need
They're
to wear red
classic,
Vans.
yeah.
Yeah, like one day maybe I'll be Dorothy for Halloween and have to wear red Vans. Like, I don't know. But they got wet and it was like a whole like
Right.
that was the only time I remember them not being like comfortable. But then I usually just wore like tennis shoes after that because
Yeah,
what
exactly.
else?
Not like big, thick.
Soles.
Exactly.
Okay, what else is on your list?
Okay, next on my list on the naughty side is chocolate chips. Chocolate chips are canceled.
Why?
Yeah,
Why?
because they're just impossible for me to not get carried away. Like if I have chocolate
I
chips in the
know.
house, I'm gonna eat chocolate chips until
I
they're
know.
gone. And I'll just eat a
Is
whole
this
bag
like
of
a
chocolate chips.
tourist thing?
I mean,
Because
I don't know,
I can't
maybe. I mean, I
stop.
just food is just it's just love. Like
I can't stop either though.
but
I'm
chocolate
like
chips, I feel like it's just too poppable. They're like
that
semi-sweet, so it's not overwhelming. I can just keep going.
going. Yeah. And you know what? Something about that like you're working because I do it a lot when I'm
Yeah.
like working on like sitting in front of the computer
Yeah.
and then I'm like that like crunchy, but like it's
I
not like
know. And it's just like a little hand to mouth oral
yep,
fixation. It's just too good.
it
It makes
is.
me want to start smoking again, to be quite honest. So it's like,
Oh, they're
oh,
canceled then. So it was
okay.
on the other side. Water, air.
I put hip thrust on the other side.
Mhm. Okay.
Just like I can get carried away with hip thrust too, but that only ever pays off in a good way.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
like I love doing there. It's like one of my very favorite exercises to do in the
That's
gym.
my
I do them all the
least
time.
next to GHD. That's my least favorite.
Oh man, I do hip thrusts heavy as shit at least once a
I
week.
hate. I should probably start
Oh,
doing
they're the
them
best.
again.
Like I'm surprised to hear that you hate them.
I do. You know what it is? It's like the whole setup of it is like,
A little bit annoying,
ugh.
but I just know, like, I know for a fact, like, nothing makes me happier than setting that up because I know for a fact that my ass is about to be more pumped than any other movement, period.
Yeah. That is like the one thing. But I also could get that same pump from doing a single leg deadlift, like an RDL
I
single
do love a
leg.
good single leg. Okay. I think that's a little different. And I feel like it's almost like a hip thrust over a deadlift because the grip is no longer a factor.
Uh-huh.
And
Yeah, but then it's
I
like,
still get a ton of core, like literally so much core.
yeah, the bar and the thing is like
You just
pressing
need
on
to
your
get that
like
little pad.
I have it and I still hate it.
Oh God.
I did see on TikTok though that the pad you could use it to do a single leg stuff, like put the barbell like low, put the pad
Oh
up, and then you
yeah.
could do it. I just thought I'm like, wait, I've been working out for 3,000 years, and I'm just like, but then
I
also I was
know.
like, do I want to do that? You just continue using the box and have less to clean up, like
I do hate setup and breakdown, so it's important to think about. The setup and breakdown is on the naughty list
yeah,
officially.
yep.
Okay, what's next
I'll
for
okay.
you?
Um, Marathons,
Oh, that's naughty.
yeah.
Fuck marathons.
And I'm talking like all. You know what it is? I just hate that people are like the they'll just like post this like marathon thing and they'll be like training for a marathon or whatever, training for a 10K, training for a half marathon, which is cool. Like, great. I'm happy for you that you're being active and like whatever. But like, also, like, how about you just work out so you could do off the wall shit like that?
Yeah.
And that was on the other side, off the wall shit.
Okay.
Because I am like that. But like, I just hate that like your everyday life is like revolving. And I get it. I've been there too, where I was like, oh, I'm training for a CrossFit competition. Like, I can't do anything else. Like, but like, looking, knowing what I know now, like I work out super hard all the time. So that way, like if a friend wants to be like, hey, do you want to go on like a 30-mile bike ride? I'd be like, all right, cool, let's do it. Like,
Yeah.
or like, hey, we're gonna go on like a 10-mile hike. Like, okay,
Yeah.
cool, like let's do it. Like, no, I can't do it because I'm training for this marathon. It's gonna disturb my
Like your
my
training rhythm. It's just
yep.
like, I understand. It's like it's, to some extent, it's like, okay, yeah, it's like it is kind of a good exercise to focus 100% of your attention
Mm-hmm.
towards achieving a goal at like maximum potential. So like I respect that. But at the same time, it's like, so do that a couple times and then choose a different goal and like get
Yeah.
better at a new thing.
Which is like cool because I guess people could say that like, oh, well, you do like, you know, CrossFit style workouts all the time too. But I don't only just do CrossFit style workouts. And like my whole thing, like why I work out is so I could do really cool stuff like that. Like if I got invited to do anything, I could be like, yeah, cool. Like
Yeah.
if I don't know, somebody was like, hey, I'm gonna go swim in a lake, I'm gonna be like, yeah, I feel equipped to do this. Like, like if I feel like I could do that, like, yeah,
Exactly.
like
You
let's
just
do
stay
it.
ready.
Yeah, yes. And so if I'm only focusing on like running, which I'm not saying running is bad, but like the whole like mindset, like I can't do anything else because I'm like prepping for this. It just like
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
irritates me.
Naughty.
Mm-hmm.
Naughty.
Yep.
Okay, who's nice? Oh,
Uh,
off the wall shit.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, for me, naughty, next on my naughty list is Instagram.
You know what? I almost put Instagram too.
Instagram is naughty.
Okay.
Literally so annoying and chuggy and gross and annoying. It's like all ads and it's all
Yeah,
products and it's all naked girls. And I'm annoyed. I'm annoyed. I'm annoyed by it.
yeah. So do you go on Instagram or TikTok more?
Okay,
Or
well, nice list, TikTok.
it's
TikTok
okay.
has pulled me out of dark, dark places because TikTok is an incredible place to be. And when your For You page is like properly curated and when TikTok knows you,
My
it
TikTok really is just on my last nerve right now, though.
oh really? Is TikTok naughty for you?
TikTok is naughty for me. I almost put Instagram because Instagram, it took me fucking forever to figure out Reels.
Okay, so wait. TikTok is naughty.
TikTok is naughty for me. Instagram's on the nice list, but it was almost Instagram on the naughty list too because they decided to do Reels, which I really thought they should have just left at TikTok. I get it. They want to like keep up, whatever, it's fine. But it took me forever to figure out a Reel. Whereas like TikTok, I kind of figured it out like
Yeah.
kind of fast. Like, I don't know. I'm not saying
Meanwhile,
I'm a
TikTok is the
pro.
naughty one. So what's that about?
TikTok is naughty because I feel like my For You page, I mean, maybe it's like accurate, but like it's always like so sad. My stuff is always so sad. Like it's always like a death or like a crime or like, which is fine, but I don't want to see it all the time. Sometimes I'm on TikTok when I'm like in the middle of the night when I can't
Yeah.
sleep and I want
Same.
like something
You want like
funny or
something light.
whatever.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to like go to the
I do feel
comments to
like
like
if I go on
talk to
TikTok too
somebody.
much, it gets really dicey. Like it's not something I can go on like all the time. It's because like it will start to get a little bland in the For You page.
Yeah.
Um
And sometimes it really freaks me out. Like the stuff that it just like pulls up and I'm like, how did it know that? Like
yeah.
I didn't tell anybody that. I just thought it in my brain. Like how did that know
Oh
that? But
my
okay.
God.
But Instagram was on the nice list because I miss like the good old like picture Instagram days.
Well,
Like
those days are over. So I mean like old
I
Instagram is
know,
on the
but
nice list, but
yeah, but
the old
TikTok is
Instagram
on
can't come to the phone right now. I feel like TikTok at least is like
Dude, hold on. Did you see the new update thing that they did with
I was
Instagram?
just about to say that. I just saw that it was like you could put like your like status or whatever.
Yes.
Facebook.
Yeah. Dude, somebody put somebody put what's your ASL? Oh, Blade did.
Oh,
But
that's funny.
I was dying. I was like, dude, you got me with that one. I was like, dude, that's funny. But that's what it reminded me of. I was like,
Yeah.
no, your like AOL stuff, like where you'd put like an
Yeah.
away message, like
Yeah.
can't come to the computer right now because I'm doing dishes. Like
Oh my God.
so yeah, that kind of is annoying. I haven't really like looked at it too much, but like yeah, but if TikTok is on the naughty list, it's
Oh
just
wow.
TikTok just creeps me out. And I also feel like TikTok is like, I don't know, I see these like younger girls and I'm like,
Oh, well, okay. Yeah.
I
But
was not,
also TikTok is like owned by the Chinese government and they're like
yeah.
shit to our like youth to make them dumber and it's a whole thing. So it should be naughty. My For You page is great. I love TikTok. TikTok is made for me to enjoy. Yeah, it's gonna destroy the country, but I love going on it. It
I
restores.
know. I do,
Yeah,
there are
it's not
some
good.
really cool TikTok hacks that I have totally found helpful. But the things that people share on TikTok too, I'm like, wow, they just went there. Like they are people, these people are bold as
They are, and I do feel like the internet in general is just like it's getting to be so pornographic. I like actually can't even handle it. I can't.
do you know how many like followers or like likes you have to get? Malik told me one time to like start getting paid.
I don't know.
Malik told me I should text her and ask her. 10,000 followers to make money on TikTok.
That's not even that many.
No.
That's me with like 200.
Okay, so it says a general rule of thumb, it is estimated that every 1,000 views generate 2 to 3 cents. That's not even that much.
No, it's not. I mean, it's good if you're a creator getting millions of views, but
Yeah, so that's that. Okay, what else do you have on your list?
I only have one more that I wrote down, although I'm going to give you a bonus naughty person right now is Trevor Noah. Trevor Noah is canceled as fuck. So naughty.
Okay, I'm gonna just ask you why while I Google.
Cause he's another one. He's just so smug and so
Oh,
self-righteous and he thinks I'm stupid. Like he thinks his viewership is stupid. He's like a Meghan Markle type to me.
okay. Wow. How do you know all this stuff? Do you
He's
just
just
like read
smug and
it?
he annoys me.
Does it come up
I
on your TikTok?
I just like I like to I was thinking about this too because like I actually am deep into this. It surprises me how like I know so much more about this than a lot of other people that I talk
Y-
to
You
because
know a lot more than I do. Every time you say something, I'm like, let me Google that real quick.
I didn't think I knew that much more than normal, but I just like really I like I'm more into knowing about like real people and like what's going on right now than I would be in like watching Yellowstone, for instance.
Oh, nope. I'm
Like
all over Yellowstone.
I would rather not like watch the show. Like I don't want to watch. It's almost like the same reason I don't want to go shop at Target. It's like I don't want to participate in what they are telling me to participate in. Like I don't want their narrative. I don't want their influence. I don't want their ideas. I don't want to be like any of it. I don't know. It's like I want to be totally on my own like path where it's
Yeah.
like in the thrift store anything could happen like and maybe it's going to be all shit, it might be a bunch of shit, but it might be like actual treasures and like it's stuff that came from like who knows where, some random person's house, like just like more exciting and like less manufactured. So like I like to keep my finger on the pulse of like all these real people and like stuff that's happening in real time and like do things like watch people like Meghan Markle and Amber Heard and people who it's like, okay, like I see you. Like it's very, it reminds me of a certain boss that you and I once had. Like, it's just like these people that are charismatic and have qualities that you can relate to and they can pull you in. But when you really zoom out and you look at it, it's like you can, and you see everybody's agenda. Everybody has an agenda. Everybody has an angle. Like, I want to know what it is. I want to know what everybody's like, I don't know. I'm just interested in watching people move like that. So,
So where do you get your information? Do you just like Google them or where do you get your information from?
I just like, I stream a lot of stuff. Like I spend a lot of time. alone. So I just like stream a lot of stuff, and I listen to a lot of like news broadcasts from all over the world, and like different type of like creators like from internationally, just like who have opinion pieces, who will report on the current events and give like their take. And I like to listen from people from like all different types of sides and like all different types of demographics, and just try to see. And I always like to read the comments, like no matter what it is, I like to go through the comments and see like what are the reactions to this, what are like other people like me watching this thinking and saying, and are they thinking and saying the same things, and like what are everybody else picking up on. And like I don't know, I just get into that stuff, I guess.
Oh, that's like me in true crime.
Yeah. Yeah, it is kind of
Um,
like that. I mean, it's just like nobody has committed a crime yet
yeah. Well, some of
that we
them
know
have.
of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, that's so crazy because I think of like what I'm into, and I'm into like the Yellowstone, but it's like because my life is so like being a mom is like real life, like all
Totally.
day,
Well, and
every
I
day.
get it too. And it's like some of these stories are really good. I believe that Yellowstone is probably a good story with like that's probably beautiful to watch. Like it's kind of like one of the reasons I've been trying to watch Christmas movies. It's like I do sometimes want to escape into like just this beautiful story, and like just not think about any of my own problems at all,
Yeah.
and just go to this land where it's like the scenery is beautiful and the clothes are beautiful, and
Hmm.
there's a story underneath it all, and like characters that you're invested in, and like I get that too. So
Yeah.
it's not on the naughty list.
Um, yeah. But I mean, yeah. I
Have
don't
you
know. My
ever
dad.
seen
Oh, go ahead.
sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say my dad always gets mad because I never like
Oh,
follow like real
news.
life. Yeah. And so
Yeah.
like he's always like asking me like every day, like asking me questions. And I'm like, what is it?
It
Like,
is kind of new for me. I think like I really started getting like it's been like my main source of entertainment since COVID. I like
yeah.
from like
I
2020 on, it's just been the news.
I will say after COVID, I was into it a little bit more. But also it's like that high school girl in me that's like, I'm not gonna do what my dad wants me to do. Like
Yeah.
I'm not gonna
Yeah.
listen to him, like whatever. Even though he knows like a lot and he is very, very educated in that department. Um, but it's also like I have very little time to watch anything for myself.
Yeah.
And so when I do get the time to like watch something or listen to something like a podcast or
Yeah.
whatever, like I want to listen to something that it's kind of like effortless. Like I don't have to like the true crimes that I'm listening to are already solved. So like
Right.
I could easily put my opinion, like say,
Yeah.
oh, I think this happened. And then
Yeah.
at the end of the hour, I'm like, oh, okay, like
Yeah.
cool. That's why I freaking hate the Moscow murders right now
I
because
know.
it drives me nuts. Um, but yeah, and then like same thing with Yellowstone. Like I could just like watch that and be like lost in that little like hour that I'm in it. And
Yeah.
then after that, it's like, okay, back to watching Coco
Yeah.
Melon or like
Cocomelon. Have you
listening
ever
to
watched
something.
Dead to Me?
Yes.
I just finished
Yes.
season 1 of that. It was actually like a story that I kind of found myself escaping into a little bit, where I was like, wow, okay, this really kept my interest. There were like some fun
Um,
twists and turns.
and the humor in
It was,
that.
yeah, it was good. And it was really like really fun, like think pieces. It was like, wow,
Yeah.
like that is fun to think about. Like
Like if you were in
imagine
that
this
situation,
crazy
like what would you do?
situation.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. Yep.
Yes.
I do like that show, but so I'll never forget that show because I think it came out during COVID, the very first season.
Okay.
I think it came out during COVID, and I think I remember I was like newly pregnant,
Mhm.
and Dennis had ordered Lazy Dog, and we were watching that show, and they got the order wrong. But I was like trying to like still eat it because at that point, like it's COVID, like it's not like we could like go
Yeah.
out, like anything, like so, but I was like pregnant and there's like just certain things that like did not sound good to me like at all. And so like what I had ordered was like super specific or whatever. And they got the order wrong. And so Dennis was like gonna drive down to Lazy Dog and I was like, no, this is gonna turn into like a 3 hour thing. Like
Oh
I'm
my God.
starving. Like when you're hungry, when you're pregnant, you are
Yeah.
hungry.
It's
Like,
over.
and so I was like, no. So I'm like sitting there, like forcing myself to eat it. And I remember I like missed the whole episode because I was like just in my whole like feels like so I had to rewatch the whole episode and he was like trying to explain it to me, thinking that like I would like it would like jog my memory or something like
Oh,
that.
and you
And
were just checked out.
I was so pissed. I was like, just turn it off. Just turn it
Oh
off. Like,
my God.
saw that show. It
Funny.
always makes me think
That's
of
funny.
Lazy Dog and like just like Dennis. And like any other time
Napping.
Dennis like tries to tell me like I always ask him because he's funny like that. Like he'll watch the show and they'll be like staring into each other's eyes and he's like, oh, what that look meant was they were just so deeply falling in love for each other in that moment. And I'm like, really? Because it looked like they were just looking at each other. Like I didn't get that whole extra bit, but okay. And he just like interprets everything like
Yeah,
that.
I
So I
know.
always like ask him like, so what did that mean? Or like,
Yeah.
what did you get from this? And he has like a whole like elaborate
Explication.
explanation.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're like, wow, I really don't watch movies like you, but
I know. I love that though. It's because Dennis loves a good story.
we were just talking about that because there's that show on freaking Netflix that I don't advise anybody to watch. Oh, what
Oh,
was that one? What is it
yikes.
called? What is it
Yeah, I
called?
don't know that one. The one I'd call you and you'd be crying.
Sobby ruined my whole day. Had a headache after. Don't
Oh,
advise
what was it
anybody to
called?
watch it. That's actually on the naughty list. That is at the top of the naughty list.
What was it called?
Um, it was with Zoe. I'm trying to play the memory game without Googling it.
Wasn't it like
It was something with food,
really?
I thought. It's a series on Netflix.
Oh my God. I don't know. I didn't watch it, so I thought
It
you were
was
gonna know.
I'm really trying not to Google it, but we'll be here for 3 days at this point. Let's see. Zoe Saldana. Oh, I didn't know she was in the Book of Life. Kids movie. Netflix. Oh, there it is. From Scratch.
Oh, that is kind of like food.
That was the word. That is the actually erase all my naughties, and that is the
Number
top
one.
of the naughty show that I have seen this year. That is
Wow,
actually number one on the naughty list. I actually blocked that out of my mind. So
that was rough.
it was a really bad one. But we were back to Dennis. So he likes shows like that make him like
Yeah,
feel like real
intense.
life stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm like, no, I cannot. It's just too much. Ugh.
Especially since being a mom, I can't even
Oh,
imagine.
anything with like, and it's been, it's been happening a lot with like true crime too. Like when stuff happens with like kids,
Hmm.
I've been having to like skip the episode or like
Yeah.
certain days I'm just like, I can't listen to this
Yeah.
today or like
No, I get
whatever.
that.
Weird, which is like when before I had her, I was like listening to everything under the sun because
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of like a nice on Netflix. I guess the Lindsay Lohan movie, The Lilo.
The nice version of Trevor Noah for me is Kelly Clarkson.
Oh, I love Kelly.
I feel like her talk show is like
You watch it?
I've seen like I've seen clips because if I'll be like watching somebody else that I'm like down a wormhole about on Kelly Clarkson or something. So I've seen like a couple interviews that she's done with other people. And I listened to her. She was a guest on a podcast that I listen to sometimes. The podcast is Mayim Bialik. It's the like actress from Big Bang Theory, but she's like she does a lot of talk about like mental health and psychology. And she had Kelly Clarkson on as a guest, and I was just like, wow, she's so real and like humble and like down to earth and secure in a way, and like kind of not very Hollywood. So
Um,
she's on the nice list.
what do you think about her like weight and stuff?
I think that I love that she is just like secure doing her and like seemingly very happy with herself and just
Yeah.
like not being too stricken by like the Hollywood standard of like what's an okay body, because in Hollywood it is so thin, like we just
Yeah.
discussed Bella Hadid. Like um so like that, like it's like, you know, she's not like she's that heavy either. It's not like she's
Yeah.
like some crazy morbidly obese, like
She's just eating good
she's
and
living
living.
her life. Yeah, southern food, enjoying and having fun. And it's like, okay, so you know, good for her.
And that's kind of like that's kind of where I'm at right now. Like I'm like not I mean, I'm just definitely eating a lot. Blaming the holiday season. I'm like, oh yeah, it's like the holidays or whatever. But it is kind of fun to just like eat without the restriction
Yeah,
of like, you know, weighing something or like thinking
totally.
and having like a negative relationship and just like enjoying food, like going out to eat and being like, I feel like getting a cheeseburger
Yep,
today, or like, and that's kind of fun because I hardly ever do that. And I've
yep.
definitely the last 2 weeks I have been doing that. I should probably pull it soon. But it is so fun to like just
Totally.
enjoy the life. Or like if Arya gets, which is really weird to me, my mom made brownies and like served Arya some brownies, and she ate like half of it and then was like, all done.
Yeah.
I would have
All
never,
done.
I would have shoved it.
LOL.
Well, I mean, all done. Oh, okay. I'm glad you're all done. But I'm like, wow, like
Yeah.
she really does know when to stop.
Hmm.
Because here I am, sick now.
Yeah,
But yeah, that,
it's
that it's just
true.
crazy. But I do love Kelly Clarkson. I also uh her she's just every time I kind of get ASMR when she sings.
Oh,
Like
I
her
can kind
something
of
about her,
see
but
that.
it's not all the time. It's like when
Mhm.
she hits like a really like long note.
Wow.
Yeah.
I would love if you like think if you hear something or like
Oh,
you
I
like
could play it
send
right
it
now.
to
No, I'm
me.
just kidding.
Yeah, I want to know.
It's the song with Reba and her that my dad likes.
Okay, I'm gonna look it
Uh,
up.
it's
I'll
do
put
you,
a little clip. Maybe we'll
I'm
get
gonna
copyrighted
let's
probably
see.
if I add it to this, but I'm gonna listen to it.
From the time that it starts, from when she starts singing and then on, I'm like, I don't know, maybe it's not ASMR, but like I'm like actually, she could probably be like telling me to worship the devil. That's what it feels like. Like I'm just like so like
Like you'll just do anything she says in that moment.
yes, or like I get like a
Oh God, I don't know. My computer is just like freaking out. I have like 8,000 tabs open. Maybe that's why, but I will listen to this. How many more do you have on your list?
that's it.
Oh,
That's
that
all.
was it. Okay, I have one more last one. Um, naughty list. Final thing on my naughty list: bottled water. It's
Okay.
such a scam. It's just such a scam.
Yeah.
It's just such an
Um,
unbelievable scam.
my mom only drinks bottled water, and let me tell you, I have drinking out of the sink here. It is so good.
Well, that's what I'm saying. On my nice list is bath water, which is
Well, Arya can relate because she always drinks bath water.
yeah, I would rather drink bath water than bottled water.
Except now she uses bath bombs, so I'm like, maybe
Oh, okay, that's that. But although I think they make them, you can. I mean, you're not
I think
supposed to eat them, but
I
you can.
like bath salts. She's fine.
Bath salts. Oh my God, that's funny.
But yeah, she always drinks her bath water and she like looks up at me is like smiling and I'm like, don't make a
Funny.
big deal because I don't
Don't
if
drink
you
it.
yeah, if you she continues, she thinks it's funny, like whatever. But yeah, she drinks bath water all the time. I'm
Yeah,
like
tap water, people. You're not in Flint, Michigan. You're gonna be just fine.
also fridge water too.
Yeah, just tap water. I mean, really.
Listen, I used to drink out of the hose when I was
That's
younger.
exactly right. And look, you have a better immune system than all these people.
I don't my mom only she's like she swears she could like taste a difference.
I
Um
believe that
yeah, but if it's like
they kind of there
cold
is
enough and
some
if you're thirsty enough,
well, and
can
it's
you
like don't act like cold tap water doesn't taste good when you're thirsty. Like
exactly. I don't know. I feel like water is
water is
just
water.
water. Yeah, if you're thirsty, you're gonna drink it, and that's how I
Yeah.
feel.
So no more bottled water. It's canceled.
Um, if you had to guess, like which water, could you tell which water is which water if you had them like
Probably
lined up?
not. Probably not.
What about if it's soda, like Coke, Pepsi,
That I would probably like I think I could know the difference between Coke, Pepsi, Diet Coke, Diet Pepsi.
and Coke Zero?
Oh, and Coke Zero for sure. Yeah.
I wouldn't be. I would be able to tell Dr. Pepper, and that's it.
Well, everybody would get that.
That's the only one. Root beer too.
I mean, maybe I just know like I
Should
feel
do
like
it.
Coke has a really distinctive flavor.
I should make Dennis like fill up little
Oh
cups
my
and be
God, that would be
like,
so funny. We should and like film it, put it on the
yeah,
podcast.
yeah,
Blind
that'd
taste
be
test
funny.
with Dennis.
Yeah, or we should do tap
Oh,
water,
that's a
fridge
good one
water,
too.
bottled water, like
Yep.
different bottled waters, toilet water. No, I'm just kidding. Aria's bath bomb
Toilet
water.
water? Water from
Bath
the fish
bomb water.
tank.
Oh God, stop.
Oh my
Gross.
God.
I would
Okay.
vomit.
Well, that's the end of the naughty and nice list, and that was probably quite a while. So maybe
I
it's a
know, but
good
it was
time to
so
wrap. Do
good.
we have any hot takes? Or that was probably
Did
a lot
all
of
of
hot
our hot
takes.
takes. We do have our nutrition challenge coming up.
Oh yeah.
That is gonna be, I almost said June, January. Wow, June's a long time, 6 months away. January 7th. We will do like a Zoom, and yeah, it'll be fun. We'll do weigh-ins, pictures. You'll have like a little like community and access to our app and workouts and weekly challenges, maybe daily challenges. We'll see. But yeah, 6 weeks of fun and prizes.
Fun and prizes. Yeah. So get your nutrition on track in the new year starting January 7th. We'll put a link in the description to this video for to register for the challenge. Speaking of which, if you've made it this far, you're not hungry, you're just bored. So
Close, y'all, fridge.